4. We had a decent army already, no matter what. I don't think the single cavalier made any kind of difference. So the archers would have been better, probably. Whatever. Ooh, we have royal griffins. Imperial. They should have a special ability that allows them to attack anywhere on the battlefield. Beast of Wrath. This is a summoning spell, so I have no skill for it. Yeah, it basically will do nothing. It's a burst spell, so better than nothing, I guess. Probably. Destructive magic, dark magic, light magic, summoning magic. Can get extra peasants from those. Thing is, do we really want it now? Or do we want to rush towards some other target? A city would be nice. Maybe focus on eyeballs, getting a base of operations, then come back here to loot the rest. Assuming there is a city we have to take now. We have to capture some city at the end, but surely there are others. There doesn't appear to be any city close by where I could go. So this is more or less gather up resources, buff yourself up, and that's it, I guess. So I'll see where this goes, doing things like this. It might not be the smartest thing to do. Probably isn't. another summoning spell. So I can't even. I'm not sure if I can even learn it. The enemy opposition is so poor though, so I'm thinking that maybe we do need to move this army. Try to get to the city as quickly as possible. If we rush it, we might get there in a week. Clearly, not everything is quite so easy though. So there has to be another purpose to this. He's fast. To avoid any kind of extra confrontation, we'll get the city on the first week. I would imagine that they want to rush out of there. Waiting is not going to do them any good. They have no range capabilities, so they'll just lose more units the longer they wait. Right, easy victory. But naturally this can't be it, so what's the next stage?
Leave it to the demons to corrupt everything, even the tower that held the knowledge of magic. I have no choice but to rebuild it from the ground up.
Meet Elrond's army, upgrade Magic Guild in Brightwood. It's fairly... it has the basics, but nothing else. What do we need? We need a lot of resources and we have none. Reasonably... we want money so we can get the city hall. Probably shouldn't buy anything. Haste, weakness, not bad at all. Mass weakness. Causes the selected enemy units to inflict less damage in attacks and counterattacks. Spell power determines the duration of the effect. The spell has an area effect. It doesn't always affect all enemies, it can literally have an area of effect. It's still better than a single target casting of it. We do have enough money to buy another hero right now. I want to see what the hell this is.
Look! The bridge is destroyed as well. Now what?
There's a seer not too far from here. The advice of a blind brother, servant of Asher, would be useful.
A seer! They speak in riddles and half phrases and send you on wild goose chases. We don't have time.
It's that, or we sit here waiting until the scouts find another way.
Oh, I can't twiddle my thumbs doing nothing. Very well, Beatrice. Let's go find this seer of yours.
Isabel is not ready to meet Aileron's army. Upgrade Mage Guild in Brightwood. Visit the Seer, a blind brother, secondary objective. Secondary objective I think is not mandatory really to complete the mission, but might be useful. That's a Seer's hut. Right, we're saving money. Could buy the hero though. But there's the bot. So what do we get from the Seer?
Boots of levitation, lying in a crypt full of haunted souls, whose sleep I must disturb. It won't be pleasant, but it's the fastest way to meet up with Findon. I'm afraid I don't have much choice.
Find Boots of Levitation. Is there actually another way to get through this? Maybe there is. And that's probably where you need to go. Right, I'm going to go there now. We need resources. Mines, sawmills, that sort of crap. But I'm also getting way too little money. That's an easy fix. Resources, not so much. The important point is we really cannot afford casualties. It's gonna take forever for us to recover or build enough of a city to actually be able to produce new units, and some of these are upgraded, so it's not even quite so simple. So we can't, especially the Griffins and the Cavaliers, those are the ones we can't lose. The Archers, 12 Archers, who gives a shit. Conscripts aren't that great either. Doesn't mean I want to throw them away, but still. I'll leave the resources lying around, the secondary hero can come up and pick them up. Although, why would I really want to do that? We're desperate for any type of resource at the moment, so... Yeah, we can't really do anything else except upgrade the peasant production. Now this would be a good chance to buy a secondary hero. There's not gonna be anything important for a while that we can buy as far as city upgrades are concerned. The only knight available, I'll take it. Your job is to pick the crap we leave behind, more or less. It'll save a little bit of movement of the main hero, not much, but a little. Also 20 druids. Druids are probably range opponents. I'm a bit wary in engaging them. Are they area of effect units? Yeah, this is bad. This is super bad. Because this isn't all that important of a structure for us, and we've lost significant number of troops. No way to recover. Is that their primary attack, or was it a spell attack? Well, we have an alchemist lab now. Not exactly totally worthless, but that's a high price to pay for an alchemist lab. When we don't even have a mine yet to produce through stone. One third of the good troops are gone. Increases normal maximum mana by 50%. Better than the Counter-Strike, I'd say. How much mana do we have, and why can't I see my mana? I mean, it's one of the fundamental informations you have to have. Oh, for fuck's sakes. There's a way to see it. I'm sure of it. I recall using it. Do we have a control somewhere? No, it's a goddamn quick keep. What is it? Oh, right. I don't understand why this isn't a default view. We lose a little bit of hairline, but we gain vital information. Bullshit. That's what it is. Not enough movement points. This won't help much, but it's better than nothing. The death of the skeletons will at least gain some stone. I'll probably take on one group fairly easily with the griffins. And we have enough knights that we're not in deep shit yet. We can do enough damage that the target enemy group does not really have a good way to retaliate. Sulfur deposits. Crystal cavern. Crystal I think is more important. Mainly because it's more important to us. We can't really do the group units without crystal. Angels I guess require gemstones or massive amount of crystal. Either way, go to the crystal mines first before exploring that side. Stone and a treasure chest too. We could trade for resources, but I don't want to because we might have to do a lot of upgrading here. Yeah, we can do angels, then so gemstones. This will probably allow us to do our first unit production building. Nasty little fights. Still didn't lose anything important. And gained access to sulfur, I guess. We could start producing troops very quickly. Do we need something else besides this? Otherwise we don't have the town upgrade level. Could go for a citadel, I suppose. That does increase the troop production levels. But I still think it's probably better to just pick something, anything. Need Mercury for the Griffin Tower. Okay, that's not bad. I think we'll move toward the better units first, because footmen are sort of like peasants. They're not necessarily bad, but in the grand scheme of things, outside of the early combat, you don't really use them. Fights unless it's really desperate fight or a massive fight where every unit counts. I think we're much better off with choosing something else. We have enough resources to go for at least one higher tier unit pretty much directly. Do a free attack with the Imperial Griffins. Two tree ants. Large creature, entangling roots and rage. So basically, I think if we get into melee with them, we stay in melee with them. They also have closer to 203 hit points. So they're not fast or have high initiative, but they're sturdy as all hell. Let the hero handle it. Actually, no. Trading post. Let's go see the outlying area first. But not that much going on here, really. Some trader attribute upgrades, but no mines. The mines were earlier on. Still, might as well. Might as well go here. No point turning around at this point. Peak of Dragon. Double growth of Shadow and Black Dragons. Well, whoopie-doo. Fairly serious opponent. Yeah, their damage is 4 to 4, so they'll do minimum damage. They're fairly harmless at this point. Not necessarily trivially harmless, but I don't fear casualties anymore. Yeah, 6 points of damage to 5 creatures. That's pretty weak. I was thinking shit they can get to my archers, but yeah, but literally 2 archers, so do I care? No. Mercury. Should be getting close to the point where we can do the Griffin Tower. This bag of gold is as good as time as any to get it, I guess. We could opt not to put all our troops on the battlefield too. But it sort of provides cover for the other guys if we do that. Yeah, we lose some of the weaker troops, but they don't really see action anyway. It more or less just guarantees that there's 0 chance of losing the good ones. Spell Endurance. Is there any point for me to come here? I suppose there's a couple of items I could pick up. A little bit of extra stone. Jousting arena is more important. We don't need to buy the troops now, we just need to start gathering them up. What are we missing? Wood. Poor damage, but tanky as hell. 10% magic resistance to hero. Bite of some sort here. Horned overseers. Single group of enemies shouldn't be too dangerous. Mostly a waste of time. Two upgrades needed before we can buy a capital. I want to buy something. Conscripts maybe. Problem is everything eats up wood and I don't particularly have a lot of wood. An archer tower doesn't, but it'll eat up all the stone then. Ah shit. It'll just delay how long it'll take for us to be able to produce the important unit. We could do some trading, I suppose. Okay, we have some of the basic units in production now. Not necessarily need the new units anytime soon, but it's good to know that they're coming. What would we need for an upgrade, especially the griffins? I'd love to get more of those. Wood and stone. Basically, it would be the wood that's the big problem. We're getting it too slowly. So I would have to buy it. Probably get 2 per turn, so if I buy 6, that should be enough. It'll eat up a lot of money though. This is about as cheap as it's gonna get. It's just goddamn bite. We should be able to buy it now. It's a fairly big thing because there's no point trying to mix in the normal griffins with the imperial ones. They just function too differently to work. Oh, we have dragons popping up all over the place. That's a problem because they're good enough to actually screw me over. They might have in fact enough mobility to attack me outright. Right. We'll have to leave the town upgrades for another time. Yeah, pretty much doubled our heavy hitters in numbers. I want to test the dragons. We'll probably encounter these spread out groups elsewhere, so I need to know how good they really are. They're very good. They're very fast too. So some caution required, but not a huge problem. But I don't think we're gonna do anything more with the city until we can get the capital to it. We really need the extra money, and we don't have enough resources to really do all that much upgrading at the moment anyway. Yeah, we definitely needed to test out the shadow dragons. They're just blocking everything now. I don't think the weaker units should really be placed here at all at this point. What is the goddamn point? Evasion. Decreases damage dealt to your creature by range attacks by 20%. Thank you very much. More of them. As long as there's just two, I don't really have to worry too much. Right, there's really not that much point in killing him. 5 archdevils, not a minor target. Yeah, there's a inferno military post there, but so what? Not really going to benefit us. Extra experience, I suppose. Pit Lords, 12. That's a lot of Pit Lords. Comfortably many. They have spell powered, and we can't get them without taking casualties. Even if we hold back with some of the weaker members, the end results will be more or less the same. I don't think lowering their damage will help much because they'll cast spells in that case, so it won't make much of a difference. Resisted. That's a lucky break. Goddamn miracle, that's what it is. There's no getting through this without massive casualties. And the fucker blocked my route to the enemy. Jesus Christ. Oh, that was stupid attack. Shit, totally unnecessary too. Throw away half my knights for nothing. I don't really fancy reloading just because I make stupid mistakes here and there, especially in missions like these where I honestly don't think it will make a lick of difference what we do. Because the bridge is broken, so even if there is some sort of enemy we'll have to defeat, it's going to be only after we're fully basically stocked up in troops and a fully upgraded city, more or less. So by that time doesn't really matter. So if we lost a few troops here and there, the end result is gonna be the same anyway, as long as there's not a huge catastrophe that strikes. Right, usually I might have not 15 pit fiends, that's a lot of pit fiends. Buy additional heroes too, but I'm not sure if there's really enough things to do here to warrant that. The powerful item we'll get if we win this fight might take a massive amount of casualty though, so I don't know what the enemy really is capable of. A single stack. It is a caster, so we're gonna be eating a fireball no matter what. In many ways, I don't think the knight should have entered the fight. They don't contribute anything useful. They're just here to take casualties. No, luckily the conscript volunteered for that job this time. And the positioning of troops in general was terrible. It'll take a long time before I can even do any kind of sort of attack on the enemy. At the same time, I don't think they have the ability to cast constantly either. So they might go to melee, yeah. Yeah, I can get a free attack on them, but if I do, I'm in deep shit. Could have been worse. Lost a lot of men, but nothing, no important units. And this is a massive boost to our army, +2 morale. Usually it's +1. Okay, what? Taking up a fairly useless item slot though. The extra gold is not that important anymore. Yeah, what was the point of coming here? Buy more structures. Doesn't really matter what, as long as it produces units. There's no point in killing those. At the same time, it might not be too troublesome either. There's only 5 of them. Is there any purpose to it? Can buy some upgrades. More archers, we're gonna need them sooner or later. Citadel, unit production increases. I think we should start with basic units first. Not sure about the swordsmen. The archers are generally useful. Okay, can we win this fight without massive casualties? We should be able to, but I can't exactly guarantee that. They're upgraded super units of their army. They're not trivial opponents. Yeah, fairly well. They could have killed maybe a conscript. There's a fight here very likely. I don't have much of a grasp how dangerous this fight is. He's the dangerous one. One griffin lost, that's not too bad. At the same time, we didn't really gain anything from this either, I think. I'm not taking these units into my army. Not bad. A very good structure for an Inferno guy. Where to next? We need more basic type resources. This looks like this could go quite a bit higher, so I'm not sure I want to go there yet. As said, I don't care what upgrades we get to the city, everything's good as far as I'm concerned. Maybe not the unique trading buildings, but everything else. Might want to kill this one while we're here near. Might give the secondary hero a chance to look around. Holy shit. Underestimated them. Another needless casualty. Usually you don't have enough mobility to attack the other units directly. Looks like they're actually abandoned mines and all kind of other type of neat stuff here. I sort of want the mine, even though I don't want to go further in now. Doesn't really matter what type of mine it is, it should still be very useful for us. You check the numbers this time on the dragons, hopefully there aren't that many. The acceptable amount. I'm buying a third hero. Someone who has the luxury of babysitting the city. Well, when I can afford it. I expected ghosts, something along those lines. He can actually cause casualties. His poison does so much damage. I have 1 hit point left on the Cavalier. When his turn comes next time, he'll start losing people. So shit. His physical attacks was insignificant, didn't make a difference. It produces sulfur, which we don't particularly need. Don't want to go higher because it leads to things like these angels, several archdevils. At the same time, we should go there precisely because it leads to things like angels. Artifact Merchant. Horned Devils. Horned Overseer. Ooh, there's a Hill Fort. That's allows you to upgrade your army. Just money. The retaliation strike might not be a horrible idea at this point. Lightning Bolt. You don't have destruction magic, so it won't really do any harm to anyone. I sort of want to get to that. Get us a good idea of what exactly this area contains. Entrance to underground areas. A swarm of master gremlins. Some archers. Okay, there doesn't actually look to be that many interesting things here. do basic units or maybe increase unit production. Want to do this sooner or later anyway. Not sure what's the point of buying a new knight at this point. We bring certain type of units, that would be nice. We can upgrade it in the hill fort, it's probably cheaper there anyway. $900 gold for a single Inquisitor, 1300 for 2. Inquisitor type of units would be the type where maybe upgrading or training them in the city would make a lot of sense, because the reason they're sort of lackluster is that their numbers never get too great. There's just too few every week. But if you sort of bypass that, even for a handful each week, it becomes a ranged unit that has melee capabilities and defenses. And if you get anywhere close to archer numbers, they'll just annihilate everything. I'm trying to maybe get a few extra troops by the time we'll have to face the demons here, maybe the angels too. Hopefully we don't have to fight against them. But you never know. So, maybe a turn, 2 at most, and then we'll have to ride. Basic problem is money. We don't have the money to buy the troops. We would want griffins and knights more than anything. Curse them. Not that it matters anymore, we can tie them up at this point. Still should have cursed them. What the hell do you even attack it at this point? Please join, please join, please join. Not quite so lucky. The numbers are significant. Gold mine, another abandoned mine. It could also be that not all underground areas are tied to each other, so we really should take a look when we can find it there. Yeah, those are the important ones. Increases initiative of all your creatures by 20%. That's +2 to hero's attack and spell power. 1000 gold per day. +1 damage to all creatures in hero army. +2 attack. +1 morale. Good stuff. I really would like to know beforehand what the enemy here is. A lot of melee. That's the only really dangerous group. I don't think Curse actually affects undead. Poison blind mind, it should affect them. Lightning bolts should affect the little shits though. Might not do all that much damage, but it should affect them reliably. Magic attack. One gem, that's good. Angels require gems. I really should continue clearing this up, but at the same time I sort of need to take a look there. Clearing the mines is a higher priority. I'm gonna lose another knight. There's nothing I can do about it. Shit. It would have been much better if I just didn't take the guy here in the first place. Contributes nothing and very expensive and costed close. What is it this time? Crystal, another good one for us. We're gonna need some money to upgrade the units. This is more important at the moment. Get the basic production structure started. Upgrading is less relevant at the moment. Get as many mines as possible, so the money basically rolls in without you having to do anything. Fire trap. Level 1 garbage spells. Ooh, so we had a quick access here if we kill lots of druids. Also for knights if we kill some pit lords. Knights and enhances cold base attacks by 50%. 70 Cerberuses. I think the most important thing would be to kill him, really. He's the only reason we have a real problem here. There's a bot there though. There always is. There's nothing really hurrying us on, really. Yeah, it's always nice to be able to wrap things up quickly, but looking at the turn counts, they don't seem to matter. Hopefully they'll shoot them. No, they did not. Better get the knights. Still in a bit of a pickle here. It's almost impossible for us to lose the griffins, that's positive. They're very quick, so even when they come out of their attack and be vulnerable, they're not vulnerable all that long. The problem with clearing the path here is that these guys are good. Lots of druids, that's a lot of spell attacks you have to absorb. The griffins might be able to do it without too much fuss though. Everything else is basically gonna die. I'm not sure if it's worth it. That's only the way we'll get quick reinforcements. More importantly, we'll get quick access to the hill fort, well, relative quick access. So we don't have to pay the huge upgrade costs always. This army is the only one that we can do it. I'll give it a shot at least. Might be a fairly good place to end to basically securing this. I don't think much is gonna happen here on this map either. There might be one major fight on the other side. I would hazard to guess there probably needs to be, otherwise it's a huge letdown. A lot of preparation that goes nowhere. Wouldn't be the first mission to do it though. Okay, we're gonna go with the Imperial Griffins mainly. You will not be able to contribute anything useful. These two are also bait units. Actually, I might as well split them up further if I can. Can't. Ooh, yeah, it's definitely a spell. Otherwise, he would not have been able to attack. Still, the casualties were fairly reasonable. And we have quick access to the city. It might not be a horrible idea to buy an artifact. We're not exactly terrible as far as our equipment is concerned. So we have something here and there. Should give the bag to someone else. A lot of these are totally worthless to me. I'd say amulet, shield, armor, helmet, rings probably. Not sure what's this. Pocket. What is this slot? Cloak. How is this a cloak? The sack of endless gold. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Right, what exactly can we do? We can buy better spells. Vulnerability. Destroys armor of target enemy stack, reducing its defense. Can be cast several times on a single stack, but defense will not go lower than 0. So some benefit maybe, possibly. Who knows? The army is looking good. Holy shit, the Inquisitors are expensive. Massive boost in our range attacks. Shots left 7, that's a little bit too low. I'll buy an ammo card. But yeah, I think this is an important step for our group here. Moral +1. Probably the best thing we could buy. It's fairly cheap too. But what slot does it actually take? If it's another cloak slot, then that's totally worthless to me. I don't think there's much point in buying other things. Inquisitor is fine as long as we provide it with the infinite ammunition of the ammunition box or cart. you have anything interesting on you? No. We need to upgrade your units. Otherwise we can't combine them. And that's it. Right. It's not much, but it should be sufficient troops to get through the archdevils and get to the angels. Hopefully they're eager to join my force. Not, I don't really see why they're hidden behind the archdevils in the first place. It only makes sense if they're willing to join. Should have cursed them. But it matters, I think. Right, this is a fairly impressive force. Mainly because they have so much mobility, you can pretty much strike at them from outside the enemy reach. How much for this? Basically requires a little bit of extra stone and some money. So yeah, I'd like to wait until we can recruit angels, as at least we can get the building as quickly as possible. I have give it time to charge up the angels. Money or fallen knight? -1 penalty to morale. Problem with spell power +5 for our spells is that they don't actually really matter, because they influence the duration of the curses instead of the effectiveness. So I would basically just get -1 to morale. Give me money. Forgot to change the item, right. Extra morale item. Did I remember the ammo card? Yes. I'll try to get the angels and leave things at that. I haven't even started on the underground passage, so there's no quick way to wrap things up here. It'll probably take another hour before we're done. At the same time, I don't see us doing anything except exploring things enough so we can find out are there permanent attribute buff locations here or something like that. I don't think there's anything interesting besides that's left for us. I think we have what it takes to get the angels quite yet. Right, we need a little bit of stone. We could trade for it easily now. Stone is by far the biggest problem anyway. One of our guys should really do some trading. You. There are no nearby trading posts, so this is gonna take a little while. We should consider keeping one hero fairly close to the city too. Sometimes there are surprise things that pop up, so you always have to keep an eye on those. Another reason would be that with the weeks changing, there's sometimes good random monsters populating the wilderness, so the normal supply lines get cut off if you don't have any kind of hero that can clear them out. 9 Archdevils should be trivial. They don't quite have the mobility to attack us straight up. That's why they'll lose. Lost 20 peasants. Reasonable exchange to kill 9 archdevils. Can I get the angels? Do I have room for the angels? Yeah. 1 archangel. Still, it's a resurrection capability, so if we get minor losses now, we can at least try to recover from them, so it's a huge gain really. 2-way monolith, go back and forth too. Where does this take us? Deeper underground. And I don't think this is a fairly good place to end anyway. Right, I'd say the upper or above ground locations are more or less well explored at this point. There is a significant area here that I haven't been to, but at the same time I don't really see a way to get there either. Maybe from down here low. Alternatively, after crossing the bridge here. Either way, I think we're mostly done with the above world areas. A couple of farms could be liberated. A couple of production sites. But I don't see anything particularly interesting here. There's the knowledge improvement +1 that we'll have to get. Everything else we see currently is not really all that relevant. It might be nice to have, but it's not that important.